White flag up. They're off in the 8-runner Ladbrokes Dublin Chase, Grade 1. 2 miles and a furlong in front of them and 11 fences, and it is Quilixios in the blue cap who approaches the first in the lead, followed by Solness, big winner here at Christmas, and they're followed by Gaelic Warrior, and in between horses is Sinicia, being followed towards the winning post the first time by Nationale. Spaced across the course, Nationale, a couple of lengths clear of El Fabiolo and then Captain Guinness. And looking on at the rear, his past winner, Gentleman de May. On they go towards fences 2 and 3, and Solness has picked it up from Sinicia, Quilixios to the inside. These three covered by a couple of lengths, approaching fence 2. A gap of 4 lengths to Gaelic Warrior and then Nationale. El Fabiolo's down. Last year's winner, El Fabiolo, is down at fence 2 as they go towards the third. Both horse and rider are to their feet. As Solness makes the bend towards the back straight, building up a clear advantage over Sinicia, Quilixios, Gaelic Warrior, Nationale. Captain Guinness is one behind Gentleman de May. Continuing to turn towards the 10 furlong point with 8 fences left to jump. And Solness and Danny Mullins are way out in front of Quilixios and Rachel Blackmore. 8 to 10 lengths between them, and then Sinicia in third, Philip in right. Just fourth is Gaelic Warrior from Nationale, and then Captain Guinness. And last of all is Gentleman de May, going down the back straight towards the halfway stage. 7 more fences left to jump, and Solness has a commanding advantage over Quilixios. Going towards the second of the fences down the far side, Solness up and over, a long way clear from Quilixios, Sinicia, Nationale into fourth, and then Gaelic Warrior, Captain Guinness, and finally Gentleman de May. Going to the ditch, having passed halfway, Solness up and over, a long way clear. Quilixios, Nationale give chase, a mistake at the back by Gentleman de May. Going to the second last fence in the back straight. This is 5 from the finish. Solness, as Quilixios and Nationale take it together second and third, but still some way back. And they in turn have gone away from Captain Guinness, Sinicia. Gaelic Warrior has gone right back to the rear to join stable companion Gentleman de May. Heading off the back straight, 3 fences left to jump. And it is Solness and Danny Mullins still with a clear advantage over Nationale. Sean Flanagan edging into second ahead of Quilixios and Rachel Blackmore. They're well stretched out as Solness clears the last ditch from Nationale. Rejoined for second by Quilixios as they make the bend towards the second last. Solness with a slightly reduced advantage over Nationale, who's clearly picked up the chase now from Quilixios as they jump the second last. Solness for Nationale, who's tipping away at the margin. Then Quilixios, who's pushed and shoved along in third. Running round the home turn with 1 fence left to jump, and it's Solness chased in by Nationale, who looks the only threat at this stage, followed by Quilixios. Gaelic Warrior plods on in fourth, and then Captain Guinness and Gentleman de May. Solness has been reeled in by Barry Connell's Nationale. Coming to the final fence, it's Solness for Nationale. 2 lengths between them. Now the run in. 200 yards to go. On the stand side, it is Solness with a never say die attitude. Is holding off Nationale, and it is Solness again staying at the top level over 2 miles from Nationale. Solness, another big success here at Leopardstown in the Ladbrokes Dublin Chase. Solness and Danny Mullins beat Nationale. Gaelic Warrior took third.
Well, Joseph O'Brien walking alongside me. Wins Grade 1s for fun. And that was fun to watch, Joseph. What expectations did you come here with today?
We were hoping for a big run, Nick. The ground was a little bit slower than Christmas, and we just employed the same tactics, aggressive and wide, on the best strip of ground possible, and a great tough performance from the horse, a great ride from Danny, and delighted for all the owners.
I mean, there was an element that people thought there was some theft at Christmas. No such theft today.
No, absolutely not. And there was a case to be made that happened at Christmas time a little bit, but you'd have to say that he really put his neck on the line today, and he fought them all off.
And do you feel now that this is a horse who could go and do that elsewhere? Could he go to Cheltenham and repeat those tactics to good effect?
He'll go and he'll do his thing, Nick. He'll jump and gallop, and whatever comes to get him, we'll have to come and get him to win.
And I know now you're concentrating so much more on the flat than you are on the jumping, but this jumps game's been kind to you this season. How much pleasure have you got out of this?
A huge amount, Nick, and like this has been a special weekend of racing. I was here before the first race, and the paddock all the way around was 7 deep, and there's just fantastic racing. Race after race all weekend has been brilliant, and that's what it's all about.
Galileo Dame ran a fantastic race for you. Nearly won the Spring Juvenile yesterday. Is she good this morning?
Yeah, all good, and probably all roads lead to the Triumph.
So she goes to the Triumph Hurdle. This one to the Champion Chase. Roll on Cheltenham. Well done, Joseph.
Thanks, Nick.
Neil Sands is with me. He's just seen his Solness make every yard under a swashbuckling Danny Mullins to take the Dublin Chase. Oh Neil, last time was special, but just how much more special was that?
Yeah, look, we have a very special horse under us here and just couldn't be happier with his performance today. There was a lot of kind of trepidation going into the last run because we had supplemented him for it and he had been unlucky in the Fortria, but the last day he had 7 Group 1 winners behind, Grade 1 winners behind him, and he's another 7 today. It's just a very special day for us. My dad is probably better able to tell the story than I am without crying.
Introduce us.
Constance is my corner.
Look, it's a very similar pattern than the last day here. He ran wide, got the good ground, and if he gets that ground, he's hard to beat.
And halfway, when he built up that huge advantage, what were you thinking then?
We were home and dried. Home and dry. Home and dry. No messing. Now, the right man was on him there today. You can see him in the first race. Danny went through the eye of a needle. He knows how to ride, that fella.
Incredible ride.
Yeah.
Incredible ride. Look, I think there's really good days ahead, and we get into this to race as a family. And if you can see the small army of people behind us here, but it's a fantastic day, and I'd encourage anybody who's not here today, ever knows the words of Ole Ole, come the next day.
Congratulations. I hope you lead the chorus tonight.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
I got you in the end. You're a man in demand. Well, that was quite a sight to watch. What did it feel like to ride?
Unbelievable, great performance. It's easy to say, I'll go a strong gallop and I'll do this and do that, but what he did from the back of the last to the line, that took a bit of doing, All the rest of it, you say, we'll try everything, but I needed a good, proper horse underneath me to keep picking up when Nationale was closing down on me.
Was there any sense of surprise at just how far you'd opened up?
Not really. I knew up by the winning post that we were going hard, but even downhill away from the stands, he attacked and jumped great at those 2 fences, and usually you can hear one flicking a fence behind you, but there was silence really behind me, and I kind of wasn't too worried. It was plan A for what myself and Joseph had talked about, and got our little breeders in here and there. A few good jumps late on, put the seal in it.
Now, JJ rode the horse last time and rode him brilliantly. You've ridden him before, however. Just how different a horse does he feel now to then?
He's improving all the time. The Navan run behind found a 50. I thought that was the first day that this lad can play at the top table. He went to Sandown, ground was against him that day, and we probably learned plenty about him, and JJ executed it so well here at Christmas, and thankfully JJ is so good he got a new job, so I had to be super sub again, so I'm delighted to get the leg up.
And I bet you'd never mind riding a horse like this. Just how exciting is he to ride? What kind of thrill does it give you?
When you're a young fella, you're watching TV, watching race, and the 2 Mile Chasers. When I was young, Barry Geraghty was riding Moscow Flyer, and I thought, wow, that's the pinnacle of it. Speed and big fences, and by God, we had speed and fences today, and it was some thrill to just go through it.
He could do that at Cheltenham.
He has the potential to do it. You wouldn't like to see it being heavy ground come Cheltenham like last year, probably wouldn't suit him, but if the ground comes up reasonable on that old course in Cheltenham, fences come at you very fast, and just he's getting better at jumping and galloping, so that comes into his favour. He's beaten the best of the Irish, and he's going to have to take on the likes of John Bon and that now, but he deserves his crack to go again.
Important job ahead. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.